She called me at 2 a.m. again, the 5th time this month, and I answered, because that's what I do. I always answer. But here's what nobody told me. My kindness was killing me. If you've ever felt like a doormat with a heartbeat, if you've ever wondered why people only call you when they need something, if you've ever looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the exhausted person staring back, this video is your lifeline. Because in the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to break free from the prison of people-pleasing without losing your beautiful heart. I'm going to give you the tools I wish someone had given me before I lost myself trying to save everyone else. And if you stay until the end, you'll discover the 3-sentence framework that will change every relationship in your life starting tonight. But first, do me a favor. If this already resonates with you, hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to share goes against everything society taught us about being a good person, and you'll want to come back to this. Let me tell you about Maya. Maya was the friend everyone needed, the colleague everyone relied on, the daughter who never said no. She had this beautiful heart, you know, the kind that genuinely hurt when other people hurt. Her business partner knew this, so when he needed someone to work weekends, Maya stayed. When he needed someone to cover his mistakes, Maya took the blame. When the business finally took off and made 6 figures in profit, Maya got a pat on the back and a promise of next quarter. Next quarter never came. Instead, he bought a new car, took a vacation to Bali, and when Maya finally asked about her share, he looked her dead in the eye and said, "I thought you were doing this out of friendship." That's when Maya realized something that shattered her world. Her kindness had become his business model. Maybe for you, it's not business. Maybe it's the friend who only texts when they need emotional support, but disappears when you're struggling. Maybe it's the romantic partner who knows you'll always be there, so they don't really try anymore. Maybe it's family members who treat your time like it's worthless and their emergencies like their life or death. Different faces, same story. Your beautiful heart being treated like a 24-hour convenience store. Now here's what nobody talks about. This isn't happening because you're weak. This is happening because you're wired differently. See, while most people operate on a simple equation, what can I get? People like you operate on a different one. How can I help? And users, they can smell this from a mile away. They've developed a 6th sense for finding people like you. It's not even conscious most of the time. They just know that when they need something, you're the safe bet. Here's the 3-stage pattern they follow. Stage 1, the test. They start small, a tiny favor, nothing major. They're testing your boundaries, like a burglar checking if your door is locked. Stage 2, the escalation. When you say yes, and you always say yes, the requests get bigger. The demands get more urgent. Your time becomes their commodity. Stage 3, the expectation. This is the killer.
They stop asking, they start expecting. Your availability becomes their right. And if you dare to set a boundary, you're suddenly the bad guy. If you're recognizing this pattern in your own life right now, drop a comment below with the word enough. You're not alone in this, and we're about to fix it together.
Let me tell you about David. David met Sarah at a coffee shop. She was everything he'd been looking for. Funny, smart, beautiful. She showed interest, and David fell hard. The first month was magic. Then her car broke down. David fixed it. Her rent was short. David covered it. Just this once, she said. Her phone bill, her groceries, her friend's birthday present, because she'd pay him back. 8 months later, David had spent over $12,000. But it wasn't about the money. It was the way she looked at him, not with love, but with calculation. The way she'd pull away emotionally right before asking for something, then shower him with affection once she got it. The night David finally said he couldn't afford to help anymore, Sarah told him he'd changed, that he wasn't the generous man she fell for. She was gone within a week. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. Pause. David told me later, with tears in his eyes, I thought love meant giving everything. Nobody told me some people only love what you give, not who you are. And that's the thing about being used in love. It doesn't feel like being used. It feels like being needed. And when you're kind, being needed feels like being loved. But they're not the same thing. Remember Maya, the business partner story? That's actually my story. I was Maya. But before that business betrayal, there was Jennifer. Jennifer and I were best friends for 6 years. Sisters by choice, we used to say. I was there for every breakup, every job loss, every 3 a.m. crisis call. When she needed a place to stay, I gave her my spare room. Just for a month, she said. 10 months later, she was still there, rent-free. Because every time I brought up payment, suddenly there was a new crisis, a new emergency, a new reason why this month was impossible. But here's the part that broke me. My father had a heart attack. I called Jennifer from the hospital, terrified and alone. She said she'd come right away. She never showed up. When I got home 2 days later, exhausted and emotionally destroyed, she was in my living room with her friends, having a party, in my house, while my father was fighting for his life. When I asked her to leave, she looked at me like I was crazy. I was trying to cheer you up, she said. You always help everyone else. I thought you'd appreciate the distraction. Long pause. That's when I learned the hardest lesson. Some people don't see you as a person. They see you as a resource. And the kindest people make the best resources because they'll keep giving even when it kills them. If you've been Jennifer to someone, if you've been Sarah to someone, if you've been that business partner to someone, listen, you can change, starting right now. Hit that like button if you're ready to become a better person, because growth starts with accountability. So here's where you are right now. You're recognizing the pattern.
You're seeing the faces of the people who've used you. You're feeling that familiar ache in your chest, the one that's been there so long you forgot it wasn't normal. And you're scared, because the question that's burning in your mind right now is, if I stop being this giving person, who am I? Let me tell you who you are. You are not your usefulness. You are not how much you give. You are not the 24-hour support system for everyone else's problems. You are a human being with needs, wants, dreams, and limits. And honoring those doesn't make you selfish. It makes you sustainable. Because here's the truth nobody talks about. You can't pour from an empty cup. And right now, your cup is bone dry. You've been running on fumes for so long, you forgot what being full feels like.
So let's fix this right here, right now. I'm going to give you the exact framework that saved my life. It's called the 3 gates of generosity, and it works every single time. Gate 1, the capacity check. Before you say yes to anything, ask yourself, do I have the emotional, physical, and financial capacity to give this without resenting it later? Not can I do it? Of course you can. You always can. The question is, should I? If the answer is no, the answer to them is no. Period. Gate 2, the reciprocity test. Ask yourself, if I needed this same thing from this person, would they show up for me? Be honest, brutally honest, because the relationship you have in your head and the relationship you actually have are 2 different things. If they've never been there for you, why are you showing up for them? Final question. Does helping this person actually help them grow, or am I enabling their dysfunction? This is the hardest one, because kindness isn't always about saying yes. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let someone face the consequences of their choices. If you're constantly saving someone from themselves, you're not helping them. You're preventing them from learning. Let me show you how this works in real life. Scenario: your friend calls asking to borrow money for the 3rd time this year. Gate 1. Do you have the money to give without stressing about your own bills? No, then the answer is no. Gate 2. Would they lend you money if roles were reversed? They didn't last time you asked? Red flag. Gate 3. Are you helping them or enabling poor money management? If they're not addressing the root issue, you're just putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. Result: no. A kind, compassionate, but firm no. Now I know what you're thinking. But how do I actually say no without feeling like a terrible person? Here's the 3-sentence framework I promised you. Memorize this, Tattoo it on your heart if you have to. The 3-sentence framework. Sentence 1. Acknowledge their need. I hear that you're going through a difficult time and you need support. Sentence 2. State your boundary. Right now, I don't have the capacity to help in the way you're asking. Sentence 3. Offer an alternative if genuine. What I can do is insert realistic alternative if that would help. Pause. Notice what's not in that script. No apologies, no over-explanations, no justifications, because you don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. Here's what will happen when you start using this. The users will disappear. They'll call you selfish, changed, cold. Let them. They're mourning the loss of their convenience, not you. The real ones will respect it. They'll understand. They'll adjust. Because real relationships are built on mutual respect, not one-sided extraction. Screenshot that framework right now. Seriously, pause the video and screenshot it. You're going to need it. And when you use it for the first time, come back and comment, "I did it," so we can celebrate together. But setting boundaries is just the first step. Now we need to rebuild who you are without the weight of everyone else's problems on your shoulders. Here's your recovery roadmap. Step 1. Audit your relationships. Make a list of everyone in your life. Next to each name, write what they give versus what they take. Be honest. This isn't about keeping score. It's about seeing clearly. Anyone who's all take and no give, that's a draining relationship. You don't have to cut them off immediately, but you need to start protecting your energy around them. Step 2. Reclaim your time. For the next 30 days, block out 1 hour every day that is 100% yours. Not for others, not for emergencies, just you. Read, walk, create, sleep, stare at the wall. I don't care what you do, but protect that hour like your life depends on it, because it does. Step 3. Build your no muscle. Start small. Say no to something minor every day. No to the extra shift. No to the favor that inconveniences you. No to the guilt trip. Each no makes the next one easier. You're training your brain that your needs matter too. Step 4. Find your people. Not everyone is a user. There are people out there who will love you for who you are, not what you provide. Join groups. Try new hobbies. Put yourself in spaces where giving is mutual, not mandatory. Step 5. Therapy or coaching. If you can afford it, get professional help. This pattern runs deep. It often starts in childhood. A therapist can help you untangle the roots of why you became this way. If you can't afford therapy, there are support groups, books, free resources. Use them. So, Let's bring this home. You came here feeling used, feeling empty, wondering if there was something wrong with you for caring so much. Now you know there's nothing wrong with your heart. The problem is you've been giving it to people who don't deserve it. Your kindness is not a weakness, it's a superpower. But like any superpower, it needs boundaries. You now have the 3 gates of generosity to filter every request, the 3-sentence framework to communicate boundaries, the 5-step recovery roadmap to rebuild yourself. You have everything you need. The only question now is, will you use it? Because I can give you all the tools in the world, but change only happens when you decide you're worth protecting. So decide right now. Today is the day you stop being everyone's emotional ATM. Today is the day you take your power back.
If this video hit you in the chest, do 3 things. First, subscribe to this channel. I make videos about real problems for real people. No fluff, no BS, just truth that transforms. Second, share this video with someone who needs it. You know who I'm talking about. That friend who gives until there's nothing left. Send it to them. It might save their life. Third, comment below with your story. When was the moment you realized you were being used? What happened? How did you handle it? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And remember this: the people who love you want you whole, not empty. The people who use you want you open, not healed. Choose healing, choose wholeness, choose yourself. You're not selfish for having boundaries. You're smart, you're brave. You're finally putting yourself on the list of people you take care of. And that, my friend, is not selfish. That's survival.